Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your Next Level Wrestling Review with your hosts, Big Ray and the best in the world, the Vet. Follow the boys on social media at Big Ray Hernandez and at Opinion Haver everywhere. Welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to your Next Level NXT review show. I am your host, Jimmy T. He is my co-host, the best in the world, Jamie the Vet Williams. I am not Big Ray Hernandez, unfortunately. He is on a holiday bash somewhere in Puerto Rico. The Vet, welcome back to your show, my friend. What's going on? Because, hey, you are the best in the world. You are a Rip Rogers guy. And what's the Habs?
Hey, Big T. How's it going? Thanks for filling in, as usual.
Pleasure.
Yeah, what's the haps is? Not much. Same old stuff for me. Normal day of work, come home, kick off the shoes, and throw on the cans.
Dude, how the hell do you do that? I mean, when I texted you about an hour ago, probably, about that, you were still at work, and I'm thinking, God damn it, man, this guy just comes straight home from work and gets to work once again right here with HMG.
Well, it's one of the many reasons I'm the best in the world, you know.
That's true.
All those podcasters out there, do they really just work a 9 to 5 and then come home and go right onto a show? Probably not.
Not that I know of, actually. I don't think anyone really does that. That's why he is the best in the world by a long shot. I mean, God, man. And just quietly, the fact that you watched Revolution already, dude, how the hell? Like I said, I haven't watched that yet. We'll obviously talk about it on the wreckage. But boy, apparently that was one big hell of a wreckage.
Yeah, I was supposed. I guess the way I did it was I just spread it out. I spread it out. It took several more hours because I could always just stop and come back to it. Or I could put something on simultaneously. So if there's some match on that I don't really care about, I got this other thing going on the side, you know. I mean, you have to do these things to survive, Jimmy. You can't sit there and watch 6 hours of AEW wrestling because it's all the same. You know that. And we'll talk about that with the professor on Sunday. But, you know, spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't watched Revolution, it's every AEW pay-per-view you've ever seen. If that could be a good thing for you, or it could be a bad thing for you.
Oh boy, I'm looking forward to watching it. That's for sure. I mean, I could just imagine, man. But in saying that, I think it's time we should actually get into the 3 count. Don't you think, actually, Vet? Oh no, actually, before we do that, let me acknowledge the chat. Actually, I forgot to acknowledge the chat. Now, not everyone's in the house just yet, but we'll acknowledge them anyway. Why not the ones that we do have here? And first, I do want to obviously acknowledge the Gubba himself, Mikey, up there looking down on us right now, man. Man, we miss you, we love you, and man, he's here right now. I'm pretty sure watching over us.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be glad he didn't have to watch Revolution or NXT.
I could only imagine his reaction, man, because it's only fitting. The last ever skirmish I ever did was actually with Mikey, and it was on the debut, I think, of Sasha, I was going to say Sasha Banks, the Mercedes Moné debuting in AEW, and he was a fan of her debut. I was kind of shitting on her at the time, but it was just fitting that was really the last Wednesday night skirmish over at the PWC network. I just can't do it ever again after that, man. It is what it is. Yeah. But Mike, thank you once again, man. We've also got Alexa straight from Germany saying, hey, hello, Alexa. Thank you for joining us. We've also got Kenny Effin Powers in the house saying how do you pronounce it? Hey, it's Gary also in the
Pachyderm.
House. Yeah. Is that how you say it? Pachyderm?
Pachyderm.
Well, he's glorious. He's gigantic. Yes, ladies. And he's gracious. He's gracious. It's Gary. It's the Gaz. There he is.
Gary appreciates the acknowledgement. He'll go back to his manning the ones and twos.
Zane Vicious is also in the house, the master and ruler of the world, saying, "Oh no, oh yes, it's me, Zane." And he also says the Vicky's clean shaven once again. Yeah, I just noticed that actually.
It's somewhat clean. Definitely not. It's a little stubbly. But, yeah.
Also, we got Dan Heffron in the house saying, "Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to the show, Dan. Thank you for joining us."
Slashing.
Yeah, absolutely. The Odin is in the house saying, "Gentlemen, what's up, man?
That's Al Robinson.
Is it? Hey, it's Al Robinson. Thank you for joining us. And also, is anyone? Oh, we got R to the B to the V. Big Ray got pale as fuck. I'm not that pale, dude. Come on now. God damn.
We just had a taco bout wrestling Tuesday yesterday, so you got a double dose of RBV injected into your cheek.
Nice.
With This Week in WWE featuring you and Hitting the Marks featuring Dr. Michael Jargo, PhD.
It's Rick. It's RBV Tuesdays, as he likes to call it, where he takes over the airwaves on Tuesdays with This Week in WWE with myself, and of course Hitting the Marks with Dr. Michael Jargo every Tuesdays. Look out for those shows, obviously. But yeah, Rick, thank you for joining us, man. Hopefully everything is well with you. And who else have we got? I think that's about it for the time being, dude. I'm sure more will be joining as we go on with the show. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And I guess it's time to talk some news, right? It's the 3 count. When I get to it, geez, here we go.
This is the 3 count. With the latest breaking news in pro wrestling, sports, pop culture, and more. Now back to Big Ray and the Vet.
All right, now, Vet, I don't know if you've seen this or not yet, but have you seen Johnny Laurinaitis being back on the circuit, like signing autographs, going to all the conventions and whatnot?
Yep.
And he got busted. He's what an idiot. He's saying that his signings were packed. It was a packed house, and he put up a picture of him signing with I'm telling you, it was packed, dude. People everywhere. But guess what? He got found out to be AI.
Oh.
He actually made an AI picture of himself with thousands of people. It looks obvious too, but this guy's trying to sell it like it's legit.
I mean, what can you?
I mean, seriously, people, pal.
What can you even say?
He's just an idiot.
Who would consider themselves a fan of this guy?
I mean, come on, it's the dude, bro.
He's so dynamic. As long as the dynamic you're talking is the dynamic lighting in the AI picture that he tried to make.
Well,
who would actually even stand in line? The only way this guy could get anybody at his table is if it was one of those like sad Virgil things and somebody was walking by and they recognize him from wrestling, but they had no idea of all the shit he's been involved with over time and they just forgot. They forgot about it. They didn't hear about any of this stuff, any of these lawsuits, any of this ongoing, and they just remember him from wrestling. And they were like, "Oh, nobody's in his line. I guess I'll get a picture." Like, that's it. Like a pity impulse picture.
The fact that he can show his face after all this shit, and the fact that anyone can actually like hire him, is crazy to me, man. That's just me, though.
Yeah, this was Robert Fulton. Was like the person that had this show. I forget the name of it, but
I forgot the name of it, but it is Robert Fulton.
But they tried to Big Time Wrestling, maybe
Big Time
something.
Wrestling. That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
So Now, if you remember when he popped his head up, like a groundhog to check and see if it was okay to come back out, and they tried to book him for this. Like Robert Fulton tried to book him for this before.
Right.
And then there was such a backlash from the people that they had to end up pulling it.
Yeah.
But I guess this time they eventually went through with it. Like, I guess they're like, no, we're not going to cancel him this time.
Well,
here we go.
Good luck to everybody. Now, Vet, in AEW news, now this is kind of weird and worrying because I'm not sure where this can go. But according to Brian Alvarez, our boy Ricochet could be getting fired from AEW.
Oh,
Did you hear about this?
What about this tweet?
Yes, where he was tweeting with, I kid you not, this is news, bro. Brian Alvarez claims there's a good chance that Ricochet could be fired from AEW because of his tweets with fans. And a lot of the sickos, I must admit, looking over on X, are pretty pissed about it. And when I say pissed, I'm talking about pissed with Ricochet, that he should get fired. Can you believe that shit?
Yes, I can believe it. Because this is the type of fan that we have now. This is the generation of fan that we have now. Now, I will admit, you guys know I'm a big Ricochet fan, and I'm a fan of what he's been doing.
Absolutely.
Now, I wouldn't have advised him to go this far, but I can take it on the surface of it, of like, yeah, he's being a heel on Twitter. So if anybody doesn't know, do you have the little tweet available, or
I don't, but I can get to it.
I'm sure you can find it while I explain it.
Right, go for it.
Yeah, but apparently, so some fan that has in their Twitter profile that they suffer from multiple sclerosis or something. Like just so that as soon as you meet this person online, you already know that they're asking for your sympathy, right? So they they say something about they have a Ricochet promo, and then this person responds to the promo and says like, still not a great actor, unfortunately, or whatever comment they made with their crying, laughing emojis. And then Ricochet responds and says, I'm glad you got MS.
I'm gonna laugh, dude. I've got a friend's dad that passed away from that. But that's funny, though. But you know what? You want to know something weird, dude?
What's that?
Has he taken off his X account?
I don't know. I don't even follow him. I'm just a fan of his, but I don't follow him. I don't even follow him on Twitter. I don't care that much to follow people on Twitter. You know that.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, get this, man. As I'm searching for him, it says like it just times out.
Oh, well, maybe he's not on there. But you wouldn't look at that. You would probably look at a news article that was somebody would have screenshotted this.
Yeah, true.
That's where I would have.
He's literally. I'm worried, Vet, now.
Yeah.
He did issue an apology, by the way, as I look right now. So this is what he had to say. As you've heard, Ricochet has been facing online negative backlash over a recent controversial post he made on social media towards a fan. This incident revolved around AEW releasing a digital exclusive backstage video on Twitter featuring Ricochet reacting to his AEW National Championship loss in the Blackjack Battle Royale match at this past Sunday's AEW Revolution event. One fan defended Ricochet over people being rude to him on social media, leading to another fan responding and stating, his acting hasn't improved. Ricochet responded back to this fan in a now deleted tweet stating, I'm glad you got MS, as you said, Vet. And in reference to this fan who had revealed on social media that they suffer from multiple sclerosis. And this is what he had to say. You were still responding to things, defending your actions and saying you were justified doing so just a couple of hours ago. You're not sorry. You got the call from upstairs, and plain and simple, this is what people are saying. So then Ricochet issued an official statement on Tuesday apologizing for his hurtful comments towards the fan and those who were affected by MS. He says, I took out my hatred for the IWC on Sandy and inadvertently others who were affected by MS. He didn't deserve it, and for that, I sincerely apologize. He says, moving forward, I will do better. I took out my hatred for the IWC on Sandy Yeah, it's just repeating itself for whatever reason. So yeah, he apologized, and I can't find his Twitter anymore.
Oh,
yeah.
well.
So I don't know. I'm a little bit I don't know, dude. I hope it doesn't happen, but I can just see it.
I mean, it's kind of, I don't think this is that big of a deal. And I do think people would just forget about it in a couple of days.
Right. I hope
but yeah, you can't fire a guy over being a wrestler. It's like, he hasn't done anything actually that bad. This is kind of, to me, the way I look at it is like, okay, yeah, it sucks when you have like a debilitating disease or anything that you have to deal with. Whatever your handicap is, like, I understand that.
Right.
But I mean, to me, I would just think it's like, if I'm going to take it upon myself to take a shot at a wrestler and they actually come back with something on me, I kind of take that as a badge of honor. Like,
me too.
I mean, this is like when Ric Flair calls you fat boy or something, that's the way I look at it. I don't look at it as like, oh, my feelings. Fuck your feelings. You got a real thing to worry about, Like you got to deal with multiple sclerosis every day. That's hard enough. This is just fun. This is joking around or whatever. I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. However, having said that, like I said before, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have gone that far. But if he wanted to go that far, no big deal. I don't think it's a big deal.
Well, that fan that was saying, you didn't mean that apology. You just apologized because the higher ups told him so. It's probably a little bit true.
Right. It probably is true. Right. He probably had to be told, and he probably wouldn't have actually had to be told to apologize. They could have said, "Hey, come on," and he'd be like, "All right, I'll apologize," or whatever. It doesn't matter. But that's the apology is him just thinking of like, that was probably like a snappy response to that. So he's probably just saw it and immediately responded, not thinking about it. But a lot of the stuff that he says on Twitter is in character. Or in interviews and stuff. And that's what gets him the heat, because people think that the person that, like this ain't Texas said, are we mad at Trevor or Ricochet? Like Ricochet, the character, does things like this, and he would say things like this. I'm sure that Trevor doesn't obviously think that, a fan suffering from multiple sclerosis deserves to be made fun of, like that's an equivalent deal. But you're on Twitter in character, so it could happen. I don't know.
For sure. Hey, the professor's in the house saying it's a next level wreckage. I was thinking of reaching out to you, Prof, on joining us and making it a wreckage edition of NXT, of the next level, shall I say. But I wasn't sure if you're available or not. But yeah. Dan says, when my son was 11, he asked Tommaso Ciampa for an autograph. Ciampa said he needed to fix his teeth first. I told my son he's the bad guy and you're supposed to boo him. No big deal. I've had those type of experiences too, Vet. Back in 2000, it's funny because when I was excited to go and see WCW and go to Nitro in person and Thunder, and all the heels literally healed me, dude. Like all of them. Like from Scott Steiner to actually Scott Steiner was probably a babyface at that time, but he still was just a prick. But Shane Douglas, but all the heels literally were being total pricks to the point where I was like, oh, fuck you then, But I understood it at the time, even though I was like 17 back then, turning 18 at the time. I still got why they were sort of being like that, whereas all the baby faces were gracious, like as expected. But some sort of took it too far. We'll get into that. And it is the Booker T edition of NXT, funny enough.
Yeah, I do want to say on that note, to kind of put a button on things.
Yeah, please.
Look, the world that we live in is often horrible. Life is often horrible. Yeah, some things are out of your control and some things are in your control, but a lot of things are horrible. Okay? But here's the thing that you all have to remember, no matter what you're going through. Nobody ever guaranteed you a good time on this planet.
No.
Okay, we are all brought in here against our will. None of us chose to be born.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Nobody promised that we were going to have easy lives so that we would never have to suffer anything, whether it's name calling or crippling diseases or whatever. Like, we get dealt the hands that we're dealt, and it's up to us how we play the hands. Okay, so some people are going to be more sensitive than others, but at the end of the day, this whole existence thing is complete chaos, and nobody you don't deserve anything. You're not guaranteed anything. You got to make the most of it. So this guy's making the most of it by trying to get Ricochet fired, maybe. You know? So if that's up to him, if that's how he wants to play the hand, good for him. Maybe it'll work.
It's provocative, right? I mean, shit.
Yeah, but just remember whether you know, you always try to do your best, or whether you're a complete fuck up or whatever, nothing is guaranteed for you. You don't deserve anything.
You're right. That's why I always say that, you know, life is the most beautiful and harsh thing at the same time, if you get my drift, what I mean by that. Because, yeah, it's a great thing, but at the same time, it's a cruel thing too. Like, you know what I mean? With the shit you go through in life, you know, you're going to have your ups and downs no matter what. And like you said, nothing is guaranteed and nothing is owed to you. And I'm glad you said that we didn't choose to be born. We were just, you know, we just appeared out of our, you know, I don't know. It's just weird. Not to touch on this even more, but it's like, why are you? Why am I me? Why can't I move my arm, for example? Isn't it weird when you really think about it? But anyway, I'm not going to get into it deeper, but it is a weird type of thing. Anyway, let's just hope Ricochet does not get fired over this, but I don't know, man. I'm just a little bit worried. But in WWE news, reportedly, WWE Night of Champions 2026 event, reportedly scheduled for this June in Saudi Arabia, is in doubt now over the Iran war issues. Now, Vet, can we possibly, I hope so, please God, could we get WrestleMania possibly cancelled by next year if this war in Iran is still ongoing? I mean, I could see that.
Hey, New Orleans, are you still open?
Would it be New Orleans, but, or could it be back in Vegas?
Yeah, 3 Vegases.
Yeah, man, I can see it, dude. I could just
3 hangovers, 3 Vegas WrestleManias. Come on.
I mean, shit, I can just see it, but we'll see. I mean, I don't know, but Zane, you should have been at NXT. He says I deserve to be at NXT last time, but I'm cursed with incompetent co-workers and management. Like Vet said, all right, you're not owed anything, dude. This is life. It is what it is.
Should have called out, brother.
Yeah, but you should have gone, definitely, man.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more Booker T, dog. Oh, hell no.
Sucky ducky quack quack. I love Booker, man. We'll get into Booker in a moment, but also in other news, did you see Rezar's debut in bare knuckle fighting, the bare knuckle fighting championship by chance, Vet?
I think I do see a clip of him punching a guy.
He won, dude. His promo though after the fact was absolutely pretty mean. I actually liked it. Where was this character in WWE? Clearly WWE didn't see anything in him to ever talk. But goddamn,
never talked.
Never spoke, but he cut a pretty sick promo, in my opinion, after kicking the hell out of whoever, or punching the hell out of whoever this dude he fought. But I'm kind of excited to see what he does in bare knuckle fighting championship. That could easily maybe become the most popular sort of MMA promotion, if you want to call it that, possibly.
No, it can't.
You don't think so?
No.
It's sort of growing, though. It's growing. But nevertheless, it was a good debut for him. There was something I was meant to mention about that, but that's irrelevant. I know you saw my boy Ricky Sosa debut in TNA this past week, and I actually was watching it earlier. I just wanted to see because I didn't see it. Hey, man, it was a pretty good sort of entrance, even in Atlanta. I think they were Impact Wrestling, I believe. Where were they? In a mall? It looked like a friggin' mall. Where were they?
Maybe. I'm not sure exactly. They always find these weird places to do TNA shows, and then they go back there. That like the next time around, the next year, they go back to the same places. So
okay, is that how it works in TNA? But hey, I liked his debut, man. He looked a bit nervous, though, I must admit. But everyone's going bang bang, Sosa Sosa. The song is fire, dude. Like with his entrance, and I'm glad they used his same entrance music for his TNA debut. But what do you think of him? I know you spoke about it on the Impact Attack, and I was listening to what you said, but you didn't get too deep into it. But were you somewhat impressed?
Well, he's got a good look, and he's got height, so, and he's got his entrance, so he's already got his entrance figured out. So those are the most important things: looks and entrance. Whatever happens after that, Jey Uso, whatever.
So, don't say that. Come on, dude. But what? Continue.
He needs to. He needs some more time. I mean, they said he's been wrestling for 4 years, but 4 years on European indies, like, I don't even know what the hell that looks like. That could be like 12 matches for all I know. So,
true.
He definitely needs to work some more. But why not?
I will say this though, he can speak good English, so you won't have a problem cutting promos. He speaks clear English, with a sort of French twang to it, but it's not anything that you can't understand. He's much better than most Latino and Latina wrestlers speaking English, put it that way. He's that clean with his English. Kenny F. Power says, White Sammy Sosa should be their manager. Oh, God. British Kevin Knight. He's not British, first of all. The artist returns. He's from Belgium. God damn it. He speaks French, though. But yeah, I'm happy for his debut finally. Apparently he's signed, but they're trying to work on visas for him so he can stay long term in the US, of course. But
so they're not going to do the thing where they bring him in and then 6 months to 8 months later he has visa issues.
Well, more than likely,
because that's what usually happens with these foreign wrestlers, like our good buddy Leon Slater and such.
Yeah, it's true, man. And more than likely, I expect it to happen, no doubt about it, man. Now, looking at other news, honestly, it's been a kind of slow news week, dude, to be fair, as the professor would say. There's nothing really else to really talk about other than, has Ronda Rousey officially signed, by the way, with AEW?
How would I know?
I'm just asking because I don't see anything about her being all elite.
No, she's probably not. I mean, I think people were, listening to Rick and Jargo the other day on the newest episode, Hitting the Marks, now available on all your favorite podcast platforms as well as Hami Media Group YouTube. I think those guys were thinking way too far into it. I think the bottom line is she lives in LA. So they were in LA. AEW was in LA. So she came to do a spot for a friend. And I think that's all that's going to be for now. Now, maybe there could be something down the road, but she's already got her own deal that she's got her fight coming up in a couple months. She's not going to be fucking around with AEW doing this stuff on a weekly basis when she's got training and promotion to do. So I think it was just a case of they're in the backyard, so let me go make an appearance, make some noise, get people talking. That's fight promotion itself, just showing up there, so.
I agree. No, but I'll tell you who has signed with AEW though, Mystico. Has officially signed.
Oh my God. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy, you haven't even watched the show yet. Now you find out that he signed. It was because the way they did it, after they win the titles, they put the All Elite thing on the thing as they're celebrating.
Okay, well, I didn't see
with
that.
With this ridiculous song.
It's ridiculous. But, yeah. I mean, doesn't matter that it's sport for me, but I don't care. I already know pretty much for the most part what went down. But yeah, he's All Elite, so congratulations to him, I guess. The professor says Ronda Rousey more elite than the Rizzler. Definitely more elite than the Rizzler.
You don't sound too excited about the biggest star in Mexico being signed to AEW, Jimmy. Come on.
I mean, come on.
Shouldn't you be more hyped than this?
Actually, if you were CMLL, would you be a bit pissed? It seems like AEW is starting to sort of poach a lot of wrestlers, obviously from New Japan. Now they're doing it to CMLL. Is this partnership really 50-50, or is this all just for AEW to just start poaching everybody?
I don't know, man. To me, if I was poaching people, I'd definitely want to do a lot better with them once I had them.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
But not AEW, not Tony. He gets pretty sick of his toys pretty quick. The artist return says, love seeing her. I wonder how TKO reacted given the fact that the fight's on Netflix. Well, they don't own Netflix, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah, what kind of a comment is this? Come on, artist.
Hey, he's right. And the professor says Jimmy T would get more hyped if Ricky Sosa became all elite. Hell yeah. I'll be going bang, bang all the way.
The biggest wrestling star in Belgium or the biggest wrestling star in Mexico?
You know what? I'd rather go Belgium right now. We need some new faces. I know Mystico's a legend, man, but come on, we've seen him over the years. We know who he is. I want some
the opposite ends of the spectrum on entrance music too.
It is completely. Oof. That's an understatement. I am Kevin Marty says TK is copying Vinnie Mac in the 80s.
Yeah, a little bit.
I can see that for sure. Interesting. Well, you know what, man? There's really not much more to really talk about, bro. I mean,
should we go back in time?
I think we should, as a matter of fact. So, in saying that, I think it's time for this week in pro wrestling. Just let me get to it first. Of course. 1 second, bro. God damn it. Where is it? I should be more freaking ready for this, but for whatever reason, I cannot find the damn theme song. But don't worry, we'll get to it.
Yeah. Everybody imagine the primetime wrestling theme song in your heads.
There it is. Found it. Yeah, no, because it's not labeled properly. But anyway. So what's happening? What happened on this day in pro wrestling?
Well, I'll tell you. We got a nice one today.
We do?
Oh yeah. I mean, how's this for starting off? 1985. Ivan and Nikita Koloff won the NWA World Tag Team Championship over Dusty Rhodes and Manny Fernandez.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hype.
It's pretty good right off the bat, right? Title
right
change.
I like it. Very
beating
good.
Dusty.
Yeah, I mean, everybody loves beating Dusty, right? Back in those days.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a big deal.
And then nothing happened for 10 years. And then in 1995, yeah, ECW Extreme Warfare.
Oh, yeah.
And guess what? They were doing gauntlet matches back then too, boy. Let me tell you.
They were?
Yep. Tommy Dreamer defeated Tony Stetson, Johnny Hotbody, and Stevie Richards.
Hey.
Before losing the match to Raven.
Aw. That's not cool.
Also, Too Cold Scorpio defeated Dean Malenko to win the ECW World Television Championship. And in the main event, Terry Funk and the Sandman defeated Cactus Jack and Shane Douglas.
Damn. ECW. I might even have that somewhere in my tape collection, possibly. As a matter of fact, I've got some of those old 1995 ECW, not obviously not pay-per-views yet, but you know, their special events, whatever you want to freaking call them.
Yep. Well, see if you can dig some out. 2001. In Jacksonville, Florida, the last ever pay-per-view from WCW Greed.
Greed, and before that was sin, if my memory is correct, right?
Yeah. So let me
Greed.
tell you the matches that you had on the last ever WCW pay-per-view. Some people may remember some of these.
I bought
You
this
bought
on
it.
pay-per-view. I did, yeah. Live.
Paid money for this.
I did, absolutely.
You demanded a refund immediately, but they said no.
Still.
You already watched it.
Right.
Elix Skipper and Kid Romeo defeated the Filthy Animals, Billy Kidman and Rey Mysterio Jr., in a tournament final to win the WCW Cruiserweight Tag Team Championships.
Yeah.
I forgot that they ever did that they actually tried to have Cruiserweight Tag Team Championships.
Everyone remembers it because of AJ Styles. What was it, Air Paris, whatever they were called back in the day? That's how everybody remembers those Cruiserweight belts. I think they were the last champions, were they not?
I mean, since the company was purchased later that week.
Well, yeah, but I think they won it maybe on no. Wait a minute, they didn't wrestle on the last Nitro, did they?
Well, the next Nitro after this pay-per-view would have had to have been the one that they bought, like the simulcast.
You're right. You're right.
So,
prime time, baby.
In other news, Shane Helms defeated Chavo Guerrero Jr. to win the WCW World Cruiserweight Championship for the first time.
Wow.
One-time Cruiserweight champ Shane Helms right here. Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Hare defeated Totally Buffed in less than a minute.
I remember that, and that was weird at the time.
Yeah. Why just 1 minute?
I have no idea. I remember watching that thinking, what just happened? Because it's unlike for them to lose really that quickly, especially to who they lost to. But I guess I don't know. Maybe it was.
I guess they figured since we're losing anyway, we might as well not make it any longer. Let's just get it over with.
Oh, for sure, definitely.
Yeah. All right. So, Booker T defeated Rick Steiner to win the WCW United States Heavyweight Championship.
Wait, who? Rick Steiner?
Booker T defeated Rick Steiner is what it says here.
I do remember Rick Steiner having a bit of a run with the United States Championship, actually, at one stage.
Well, but this would have been according to this would have been the last. Did Booker T come in with
he was a champion? No, he was the U.S. and World Heavyweight Champion at the time. He had both belts at the end.
Oh, is that because he won it on the Nitro? The next,
right? I think so. I'm pretty sure, man. I remember him having both titles at the end. I could be wrong. Zane, tell me if I'm wrong or not. Did Book have both belts at the end of WCW? Oh, so the last Nitro was the following week. Thank you. I thought so. It wasn't totally the last Nitro. So that Nitro after Greed was not the last Nitro.
Well, I'm just going by what this website said. So don't look at me. That they got it wrong.
Okay. Well, thank you, Kevin Marty, by the way.
Yeah. Well, so he won that belt there with assistance from Shane Douglas. And then in the main event, it was Scott Steiner defeating Diamond Dallas Page in a Falls Count Anywhere match to retain the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
All right. There we go. That sounds more like it. These guys that are reporting on this, I don't know what site you're looking at, but they probably were too young to even be watching WCW back then, for all we know.
Probably so. Hey, I don't remember none of this. So for all I know, they could have copied and pasted the wrong pay-per-view. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to defend it. Well, let's see how accurate this is. 2002. This would be the night after WrestleMania 18 in Montreal. This is the debut of Brock Lesnar. And during a hardcore match between Maven and Al Snow, Brock Lesnar came in and took them both out. And then Spike Dudley somehow got involved and he powerbombed Spike Dudley 3 times. And then the main event of this show was Hulk Hogan and The Rock teaming up to beat the Outsiders via countout.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I remember Hogan got a monstrous reception in Montreal when he came out, like, again, and everyone was just, the place was shaking, dude. Like, the whole place was rumbling. Oh, that's one of the biggest pops I've ever heard anyone get, and it's still right up there, man. That was a cool moment to see Hogan still in his NWO colors, but on his way now to becoming, obviously, the immortal Hulk Hogan again. Hulk still rules.
2006, the return of Saturday night's main event to NBC.
Yeah.
The main event was Shane McMahon versus Shawn Michaels.
Wasn't it a tables and ladders match or something like that?
I don't know, but it says here that the victory by Shane McMahon was the reenactment of the Montreal Screwjob, with Vince McMahon calling for the bell while Shane had Michaels in the sharpshooter.
I'm so stupid, man. I hate when they do that.
How many times have they redone that same finish?
Many. Way too many. It's always in Montreal. And if I was Montreal, I'd be pissed every time. Like, I'd be like, stop it. Seriously.
They should do that on like one of those matches that doesn't even matter. Like, how they do, like they do the main event tapings before, before I just, so have be like Carmen Petrovich beats Ivy Nile with a sharpshooter and they just ring the bell.
Screw job. Yeah. That'd be funny for sure. If they
just
did
to get out of the way.
Right, for sure. I agree.
2012, Shimmer had their 47 and 48 shows back to back. I'm just gonna say this may be of the only match I would say would be of interest here would be somebody named Zaria Knight. You may have heard of defeating cheerleader Melissa to become the new Shimmer World Champion.
Who's cheerleader Melissa? Is she around still? Or?
No, she's not around still. But did
she go by another name?
No, unless maybe I don't know. This is a Zane Vicious question. Don't ask me.
Okay, fair enough.
2012 TNA Victory Road in the Impact Zone. Let's see.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's a number one contenders match. James Storm beat Bully Ray by pinfall in just over a minute. Austin Aries defeated Zema Ion and retained the TNA X Division title. Magnus and Samoa Joe retained the tag team titles against Crimson and Matt Morgan.
Crimson and Matt Morgan. Crimson. Such names. Good old Magnus. Terrible. For anyone that doesn't know, Nick Aldis, of course.
That's right. Devon became the new TNA television champion after beating Robbie E.
Really? I don't remember that.
I don't know. It just says Devon. It doesn't say anything else. It doesn't say Brother Devon. It doesn't say Devon Storm. It just says Devon.
Wasn't Devon. Aces and Eights around at this time? Or was it a bit later?
If Aces and Eights was around, would Bully lose in just a minute to James Storm? Probably not. I don't know. 2012, yeah. I don't recall.
Yeah.
TNA Knockouts Championship. Gail Kim retained against Madison Rain. AJ Styles and Mr. Anderson beat Christopher Daniels and Kazarian. Kurt Angle defeated Jeff Hardy. And in the main event, Bobby Roode beat Sting in a no-holds-barred match to keep the TNA World Championship.
That's a bit of an upset when you think about it, like during those, even though he was world champion, but still. I was a big fan of Mr. Glorious back then, even though he wasn't glorious yet. But he reminded me of like I don't know, I used to get Triple H vibes off him. I don't know if I'm the only one that did get those vibes, but tell me if I'm wrong. Did you ever not get any Triple H vibes off of him? Robert Roode?
You're talking about Bobby Roode?
Bobby Roode, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely could see that. Yeah.
Just a small version anyway.
Yeah, so much smaller, like a pocket version. It's a little pocket version of Triple H, yeah.
That's why when he became the glorious character, that totally changed him up completely.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, just I didn't like any I didn't like Rob. I didn't like him at all. Like
really?
Never until Glorious. It wasn't until Glorious that I thought he finally was like he finally found his thing.
You didn't like beer money. Come on.
No. God, no. Definitely not Team Canada.
Oh God, that was bad.
Nothing.
Scott the
Yeah.
Ball, wasn't he the leader of them or whatever? What a
Yeah.
shit Team Canada. And they used to wear their friggin' tracksuits.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Well,
and then calling himself the It Factor, just
no, that's stupid. That's completely stupid. But the professor did say though that 2012 was the birth of Aces and Eights in masks. But what month was it? I think it was on
I don't know. I don't know that. That's a professor will have to fill us in on that one. Did you know, Jimmy, though, the final event here, 2017, NEW March Mayhem held at the Port Jervis High School in New York.
What's
standing
NEW?
room only because they didn't have chairs?
Wrestling?
I don't know.
Was it called New Evolution Wrestling by any chance?
Maybe, but I'll say this. Kidding. In the main event, Cody Rhodes becomes the new NEW Heavyweight Champion after beating Mike Bennett.
Wow. You mean Mr. Canales?
That's what I mean.
I've never heard of this new whatever wrestling in the Port. Oh my God, that's going back, right? In the school gym somewhere. I mean, Jesus, man. I mean, hey, whatever.
We should have known back then. Cody was headed for the main event of WrestleMania for years and years to come, back when he was in Port Jervis High School.
Oh, gee.
All right.
That's something.
Notable birthdays today. And we got a good handful here. You may know this guy as, you might know him from a few different names, but you could easily know him as EC3, Ethan Carter III.
That's right.
That's right. He has a birthday today, so wish him happy birthday.
Does it say how old he's turning?
I believe today he would be 43.
Wow. Shit, he's my age.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
You could wish a happy birthday to Mike Quackenbush.
That's old school, bro.
Yeah.
How was he?
Thinking for all those lovely Chikara matches that you grew up watching.
Oh yeah, because I love Chikara.
Mike Bell, the late Mike Bell, had a birthday. We know this guy. Don't be arrogant and forget to wish Rick the Model Martel.
Oh, 70th birthday, I believe. As a matter of fact, I saw that.
It's in fact 70th birthday. Yes.
Where's the
That's right. And finally, last but not least, the late great Lance Russell birthday is March 18th. So
that's old school right there, Lance Russell.
And that concludes this day in wrestling history, Jimmy.
Yeah, that concludes it. And I wish I had will you stop? For some reason, my audio thing does not have that here. But
oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know why. Come on, Ray. Give me that version over here for crying out loud. Well, yeah, that was this week in pro wrestling. And I think it's time. I was going to say to sift through NXT. but you know what, dude? You know what? It is a bit of a wreckage, sort of. Is it too many women vet in this show? I mean, there's way too.
Of course not. This is the new Shimmer. Why would you? This is a women's promotion. What do you? You're lucky you saw any men at all on this show.
I am lucky, sort of.
It's like the reverse New Japan, where they you get a bonus New Japan match in the Stardom show.
Yeah, they got to do something about that, man. I feel like it's just too much.
I think they're doing exactly what they want about it, though. You really think it's an accident that there's all these women's matches?
No, well, when you've got so many women employed in your company, I guess, what else can you do? I mean, you got to do something. And don't get me wrong, some of these women are great, but Jesus Christ, they can chop a few of these girls, in my opinion, and make a bit of room for others to come along. But I don't know. That's just me.
Well, let's get right into it, Jimmy. Let's did you want to play the Joe Hendry theme or anything?
That's right. If it's over here, as a matter of fact, you know what? I don't think it's here, dude. I don't think he's got that here,
Damn.
man. I think that's on his the Joe Hendry
All right.
thing. Yeah, it's not here, dude. Unfortunately.
All right, well, sing it in your heads then. Everybody sing the Joe Hendry theme in your heads.
His name when he appears.
All right. Well, this is a Houston episode. It's Booker T Appreciation Night. We're going to get the arrivals to the building like they like to do, show everybody's showing up. And did you notice a familiar face as Booker T was coming in here?
When he was like saying hello to all the people and shit, when he came out of his Elon Musk car, whatever the friggin' thing was. No, I didn't actually. Who was it? I didn't notice.
An eagle-eye viewer may have spotted a bulletproof Blake Troop.
I was looking for him, bro. I swear to God, I was saying that. I was saying to D, you know what? He's been training with Booker T lately. And I'm saying, where's Blake? Like I was saying to D. And I couldn't see him, and you spotted him. Wow.
He was there. Cool. He was there. He was very much there.
Cool, I couldn't see him, but I was looking for him. I just didn't see him.
Well, I'm sure he was there, and he was there to enjoy the triple threat women's championship match that we started out with Sol Ruca versus Zaria versus Reptilian Britt Baker. Now, Jimmy,
I love that.
The last time you saw Zaria, it was probably she was still friends with Sol Ruca, right?
Well, they were kind of on the verge of breaking up, though.
But they had not broken up yet.
They had not broken up yet, but that was teasing.
And so you missed the breakup.
I did.
And so now here we are.
Here we are. And now, how long ago was the breakup, just quietly?
A few weeks. I can't remember exactly when.
And this is supposed to be the crescendo of sorts? Excuse me.
Well, it's basically the fact that Zaria's trying to take her spot. Like, you've had enough spot. She's basically saying, Sol Ruca's had enough spots. I want a spot. I want a challenge. I basically took her out, which allowed you to win. So now I deserve a shot. And then they end up just putting Sol Ruca back in the match anyway. So now it's a triple threat.
I hate this finish, dude. I'm not going to lie. So that makes Zaria look dumb too, in my opinion. But continue on.
Oh, well. Not much to continue on to. We saw the Americanos dancing in picture in picture.
Hey, we'll get to that, but I was kind of impressed by them.
Yeah, so but of course it's going to be fatal interference. If they're going to be there, they're going to cause Reptilian Britt Baker to slither away with the win.
I can't get that out of my head. When you first said that, right, for example, I didn't exactly see it just yet, but then the more I kept seeing it, and then I was seeing Britt Baker, I'm like, shit, she is a reptilian Britt Baker. But she doesn't, has she gained a bit of weight? She's a bit more, I think she's actually gained a bit more weight for the good, though. I think like she used to have a flat backside, for example. It's not as flat anymore from the last time I saw it. And I'm popping to Zane and Darkside Castle, not just any spot. Not your spot, their spot, your dog spot. Not the liver spot too. You're forgetting the liver spot, guys. Come on. Not that spot. But anyway, yeah. I hated this finish, Vet. Why would you be taking out everybody, and then why did she throw what's it called? Sol Ruca back into the ring after what she did, the F5, whatever it was. Just for Reptilian Britt Baker to just nonchalantly cover for the 1, 2, 3. I guess she was out of it, but not really enough for her to get the pin still, right?
Yeah, she basically hit the finish. Didn't she spear Jacy Jayne or something? I know she nailed Jacy Jayne with something. Right. Hit Sol Ruca on the outside, and then it was then she got distracted by the other two. So she had to deal with the other two, Laney and friggin' Fallon. And while she's doing that, Jacy Jayne is going to cover Sol. So, I mean, the finish wasn't that bad. I didn't mind it, but,
I don't know. This match was everything seemed very fast paced. Then again, this whole show seemed, and just NXT in general feels very just. No one slows down, bro. No one like. I don't know. We'll get to it as we get into the show.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all women and it's all fast paced.
Yeah, even the men, everyone wrestles the same way. That's what sort of bothers me, dude.
Yep. Ren QCC, Birthright, Lola Vice, all backstage doing stuff. I'm not gonna recount all this.
Is Lola Vice a heel now, man, or am I tripping? No, okay.
No. Still a beloved booty shaking fan favorite.
All right. I don't know. I didn't see her, but she looks somewhat different right now. A bit more darker, sort of.
Dark Lola.
Dark Lola. Exactly.
Maybe.
Who knows? Yeah. We'll see.
No, but she's she's still not a heel. So.
Okay. I'm just wondering, just because her hair color was dark and everything.
Ricky Saints is a heel. And he's gonna come in.
Right until I saw him. I'm thinking he's a douchebag right now, too.
Yep. And he's got a partner in crime douchebag, Ethan Page. He's going to come out. Yeah, they both want the NXT title. Ricky's trying to sort of like, hey, go after that. We're going to get you back your North American title. And he's like, I kind of want go with the NXT title. And then they say Joe's name and he appears. And then there's a fight. And then Tony D'Angelo jumps in, and
dude, what the hell? The last time I saw Tony D'Angelo, this is like a different person, bro. What happened to him?
He was inspired by Braun Strowman's food show getting picked up for a season 2, so he decided to give himself a makeover.
Man, that's not man. I tripped out when I saw him. Like I said, I don't watch NXT every week, obviously for obvious reasons. But every time I do watch it, when I have to do this show, it's always a big gap since I've watched it last, right? So that really blew my mind. I was like, wow, that's Tony D'Angelo? What the hell? Like, do you like this look of his, by the way?
Do I like it?
Yeah, like, do you prefer him like this than him wearing, I guess, tracksuit pants?
I don't know. I don't know what I prefer.
You just don't
let's just release this guy already.
Fair enough.
He's gone. He's, no offense to him, but they've just... I mean, they fumbled it so many times. They have no idea what to do, and they never will. Wow. So
that's a shame.
Like, I could understand if you want to bring in the tracksuit Italian guy and bring him up and have him, hey, how you doing? Hey, Kevin Murray. If you want to have him do that, on Raw or SmackDown for a little while, joke around with Danhausen, whatever, I could see that. But this, like, the serious small Braun Strowman character, I don't really see that getting over.
So you're telling me he's not going to get these hands, or he's not going to? I don't know. I have no idea.
These hands.
Yes. Right. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Yeah. We need.
Great. That's awesome. Get these.
Yeah, we're not going to get the big veto on helium, Tony. We're going to get just the small Braun Strowman, Tony.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's too good.
Let's see. Progressive Insurance presents the Birthright again with the dads. The dads are here, Jimmy. Old Finley and Regal.
You know what? The Birthright's a great name for obvious reasons, right? It makes total sense with most of these guys. I kind of dig the name. I'm not sure about the group yet, but all I know is Mr. Pillman Jr. just doesn't shut up.
That's true. He doesn't.
He just keeps yapping and yapping. But anyway, I don't mind him though. I kind of dig the name.
So Regal pulls Robert Stone aside and talks to him and says, "You've been doing a great job and everything." He says, "I'm going to talk to HBK about, making this permanent or something." But the way he phrased it, he phrased it with just enough ambiguity that he could just be, I could see him saying something like, yes, I did talk to Shawn Michaels, and now I am the general manager. You know, like I could see him being like taking it away from him, like because he's the interim GM. You know, Ava left everybody high and dry. So
okay, since that makes sense, right? Would you leave him in this role if it was up to you?
Yeah, if it was. Yeah, just because I wouldn't want to go through the paperwork of firing him.
The fact that he's still there, man, I don't know how he's keeping his job, man. Like, for real. Like, I mean, they have, what I mean, what is he? He's just Robert Stone, whatever, manager. Like,
yeah, they don't care for him to wrestle. So he just does this thing, and I guess it's fine. But, I mean, everybody seems to, from what I've heard, everybody seems to like him, you know, like. He's like a likable person in the like nobody has a problem with him in the locker room. He gets along with everybody. So I mean he'll do whatever you want him to do. I guess they keep people around like that for a good long time sometimes.
I guess he knows how to play the game then. But I'll give you a fun
fact. That's how Johnny Ace gotta do what you're told and shut the fuck up. And you can have a job for all this time until you can't.
And just pucker up too, I guess works also. But with Robert Stone, a fun little fact. Do you remember before he signed with WWE, he had his own podcast? I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, vaguely, yeah.
Well, his thumbnail for his show was actually done by D. Funny enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I used to interact with him quite a bit before he signed with WWE. And yeah, that's and then I said,
and then yeah, once they sign somebody, that communication's cut off immediately.
He doesn't know me anymore.
Yep.
he don't know who I am. But yeah, well, we used to talk quite a bit back in the day. Now, I guess.
Well, here he is. All right, Americanos make their entrance, and then we're gonna get a trios. Well, we could say a trios or a 6-man or a 6-hombre tag team match with 6 hombre tag match with the Vanity Project.
Dude, these Vanity kids, I know they're from Evolve, or one of them's an Evolve champion or whatever the hell. Man, who are these kids? They look like little kids dancing. It just looks weird, dude. I don't know. Like, they're too small to be doing this weird shit, trying to be Alex Wright, but not exactly. The music, though, is kind of
so you got to be a certain height and muscle mass to do an Alex Wright dance? Is that what you're saying?
Say what you want about Alex Wright, man, but now that I look back on it, like, come on, Vic, you telling me you didn't used to do one of these ones back in the day?
Well, of course I did.
Exactly.
We all did.
Well, everyone did.
But look, that was then. Okay, that was this day in wrestling history back then. But now we have Vanity Project.
Yeah, sorry, kids. It just doesn't work for me, brother.
The Americanos won, right?
Yeah, they did win, and man, they were over in this match. The crowd was laying the whole way through, and I felt like, man, this was probably the best Americanos match I've seen. In terms of like all three of them working together, they put on a show, dude, and I think the crowd really sort of rejuvenated them in this match because everything previously was just kind of meh on Raw. Well, Raw only, not SmackDown. I haven't been watching AAA, but this impressed me, man. I actually didn't mind this match, and the Americanos did go over via the that middle piece where he puts it in his head, and yeah.
Maybe the secret sauce is actually the Vanity Project, because even though they may not be the biggest and they may not be the most experienced, but they have been having some pretty good matches all around since they've arrived.
So you're telling me they're actually half decent, actually, Vic?
I think they are.
Wow. Well, they were impressive here, that's for sure, man. I just don't like the gimmick per se, but maybe I need to see more.
Well, maybe that's them getting heat. Maybe that's the heat working on you.
You always say that to me. But it's not that. I don't hate them per se. I don't know. Maybe it is the heat. Who knows?
Yeah, but it's the gimmick. Like, it's the gimmick. You're complaining about the gimmick, but then they're heels. So I think that's okay.
But I liked Alex Wright when he was a heel. even back then.
Well, can you really be a good heel if you're doing a cool dance?
See,
He was doing a bad job at being a heel.
God damn it, I can't win.
I don't know.
All right,
Look,
friend.
the point is, if you think the Americanos are kind of meh everywhere else, and then they come down here and have a nice match with the Vanity Project, and then I'm down here watching NXT every week, and the Vanity Project is having decent matches with people that I usually don't think have good matches.
Fair enough.
You kind of have to add the numbers up and be like, maybe the Vanity Project just is that good.
Maybe you're right. I mean, yeah, maybe. I got to see more of these kids, that's for sure.
All right. Well, you probably will, because they're moving on up and they're young. You know how WWE likes to talk about how young people are.
Yeah, wow.
So Robert Stone is with Eli Knight, Sean Legacy, Elio LaFleur, and apparently Eli and Sean Legacy were going to be a tag team in this upcoming tag team tournament or whatever. but Legacy's hurt, so now Elio LaFleur just says he volunteers to fill in, and he's the new speed champion, by the way, in case you didn't notice that.
Can I ask you? I did notice that, but is the speed championships now only defended with NXT wrestlers?
Yes.
Or okay,
Yes.
That's all I need to know.
There's no more Twitter. There's no more.
No more.
Nope.
So why are they keeping these damn belts? What for, man?
See, that's funny when you come in after all these weeks of not watching NXT and not doing all this, because the first question you ask is the same thing we complain about. Ray and I complain about every single week because it's just so obvious. Like, that's the easiest question in the world. Wait, so you got rid of the Twitter matches? Well, then why do we still have these belts? Of course, that's the first question anybody would ask. And so why do we still have these damn belts?
Yeah, no, they've already got enough in WWE and NXT for that matter. So just please get rid of them.
Not to mention how the entire premise of the Speed Championship is stupid. Because
Yeah,
if you could just win a match in 3 minutes anytime you want, why would anybody have long matches?
Right, and it sort of exposes everyone like by doing it that way. So I don't know why they continue. Whatever, it's a speed championship. I get it. Get rid of it though.
Yeah. Well, Sol Ruca came in the middle of this and was like, "Hey, I want to face Zaria face to face next week. I got some things to say."
Oh,
it's like, well, if you just want to talk to her, then she's probably in the other room. Why don't you just go?
Yeah, give her a call. Yeah, it's a
I really would. I really hope they can hug it out and fix things. I don't like heel Zaria. I like them when they're all hugging on each other and stuff. It's much hotter.
I'm sure it is, but yeah, I don't know if heel Zaria is a good thing. I'm still, the jury's out on Zaria for me. She's improved since the last time I've seen her, though. I'll give her that. And no, not because she's Australian, all right. I'm just saying. I just think she sort of sucked back then, but she seems a little bit better now.
She might be. But you know who's always been great? Booker T.
Oh,
and it's
absolutely.
appreciation time for Booker T. They have Booker T's family in the ring, and they have a nice video that they play, and Vic Joseph gives him a nice, introduction and everything, and they play the video, and Booker T's getting emotional, crying, watching the video of all the people saying nice things to him, mixed with a nice retrospective of his career across all. This is where buying WCW comes in handy, because you can show all those cool things from the Harlem Heat days and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it was a nice moment. And then that son of a bitch, Keanu Carver, tries to ruin everything by coming down, beating people up.
I mean, seriously.
We're going to say something, Jim? Oh.
No, I'm saying, like, what's his problem? What's his problem with Booker T?
No problem with Booker T that well, maybe there is. I'm probably forgetting some storyline bullshit that they tried to say, because going back to this is like a storyline coming out of what is it? LFG or whatever that show is?
Oh, okay. I see.
LSG,
Yeah,
Levert Sweat Gill.
Why turn me off like that?
My
dude?
body. Yeah. Yeah. So apparently this is a storyline going back to LFG, and so he's mad at Booker T about something he said to him there, and now he's ruining Booker T Appreciation Night. And then of all people, season 1 winner or Jasper Troy comes out, who's been a heel and a dick the whole time.
Yeah.
Yes, and then he comes out and he saves the day, by getting rid of this guy.
Oh man, they're two behemoths, though. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
They look like two huge dudes, man. But I just don't understand what was going on here, unless I missed something. But
Yeah, you missed a lot. You missed a whole lot.
And I didn't really watch LFG. So, did you even watch any episodes of that?
God, no. Are you kidding me? If there's anything faker than Unreal, it's that.
Well,
I'm not going to watch that shit.
That's true.
Uh-oh. Zane's telling me to hold up. What do I do now?
I think because of what you're talking about, obviously.
What, Levert Sweat Gill? Come on, that was a super team.
That's too good. Anyway, yeah, I mean, what can you say about this segment? I mean, it was just a Booker T Appreciation. He fake cried.
Oh, come on. He meant it.
On. And he made his students look like shit. I was hoping, like, this is where I was waiting for. Where's Bulletproof Troop? You know what I mean?
Right.
Coming into the ring, but I didn't see him. Was he there even?
I don't know if he was at the ring.
Okay.
Maybe he was, but I noticed him at the beginning when they were doing the arrivals.
Oh, I can't believe I missed that. I've got to check that out again. But that's cool that he was there at the very least. Actually, I've been speaking to him lately. We're due to do another interview about what's going on with him right now. I know he's been training hands-on with Book, so that's cool.
And he's NWA. He's been at NWA. He recently had a shot at the national heavyweight championship, Mike Monda. So
seems like he's in good place over there too, because the last time I spoke to him, he had left NWA, but it seems like he's doing some things again with NWA. Where do you watch this show? What's it on these days? Is it even on YouTube still?
It's on YouTube, yeah.
It still is? Okay.
And they have like the Roku Sports channel.
Okay. Wow.
But I'm pretty sure all that shit is on YouTube.
All right. You should check it out here, Nick. Go check out Blake Troop anyway.
Yeah. I mean, certainly they'll put up individual matches as well. So.
Oh, all right. It doesn't come across my feed at all. Like, just,
I think I subscribed a long time ago, so that's why I guess.
So have I. But it just doesn't come along.
Well, speaking of speed championships, Jimmy, Ren Sinclair versus Fallon Henley. Fallon Henley is the speed championship. Speed champion, or she was until she got hooked in the final wrench.
Yeah, that's true.
Get it? It's a pun because her name is Ren,
right?
And then it's wrench is her move, which is the cattle mutilation from Bryan Danielson, but she calls it the final wrench. It's a modified version where you're a girl instead of a guy.
It's a modified version. Oh no. I see. But
ironically, Zane says ironically on Twitter, but like I didn't know if they were still on Twitter. That's why I didn't say that. But NWA would just be on Twitter. Like the episode would just be on Twitter before they signed the Roku deal.
Okay, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you, Zane.
All right. Any comment on Ren Sinclair becoming the new speed champion?
Couldn't care less really about this speed crap.
Rank UCC. Whatever it is. I don't.
It doesn't matter.
All right. Robert Stone is with. Oh no, I already read that. Let's see. Ricky Saints and Ethan Page yell at Robert Stone.
Yeah.
The Hawks make an entrance, and Thea Hale gives a pep talk, and until Kalani comes in and ruin everything, and then Jada gives her 2 cents also. Was there actually Did I miss something here?
I think the Joe Henry part with I was going to say Robbie E. With Robert Stone. Wasn't there
Maybe I did.
interaction with him?
Did I miss a chunk of this show? It happens sometimes. Do you have your notes there? Do you have like the recap there?
You know, no, I don't, but I can. And I was going to write some notes, but I figured, you know what? Vet's got this anyway. But I'm pretty sure from memory, because I watched it right before we done the show. I'm pretty sure it was a Joe Hendry sort of thing in the back where he's complaining about facing what's it called? Was it Ricky Saints or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know because I feel like I'm missing some stuff.
Let me
I feel
see.
like I'm definitely missing some stuff. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure you're on the right track because
I didn't realize I was making the notes because I watched, you know how the gimmick website splits it up into 2 parts. So I watched the first part and then I watched the second part later because I had to go to work. So I watched it later at work and then I didn't realize that I said that the Hong Kongs came out and then I never had a match with them after that.
Oh no, there was a match.
Yeah, who did they face in the match?
So after the backstage interaction with Robert Stone and Oliver Ethan Page, then we got the NXT Tag Team Championship #1 Contenders Tournament first round match between Hank and Tank versus Birthright in Channing Stacks Lorenzo and Uriah Connors. That was the match. And the winners of that obviously was the Birthright. And then we see Robert Stone with Joe Hendry and OTM and Dark State brawling in the back or outside somewhere.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
No.
Wow, you missed a whole chunk then, man, because after we see... Yeah, no, you did. I might as well take over this part. So anyway, as I said, the Birthright did beat Hank and Tank to become your #1 contenders for the NXT Tag Team Championships. But then after that, though, we see Robert Stone backstage with Joe Hendry, but then we cut straight away to OTM and Dark State fighting each other at the back, and Dark State do get the better of Out of the Mud. They actually beat the crap out of him, as a matter of fact. And then we see
Stone. Was it 4-on-2?
Pretty much. It was more like I saw 3-on-2, to be honest, not 4-on-2. But one of the dudes got tossed, man, from like there's a bit of a ledge. So the outside where the trucks are, and there's a ledge. So you know when the truck has to park back to get all the ring gear out and all that?
Yeah.
There's that ledge bit. And man, this one dude, one of the Out of the Mud members, got sort of pounced right off the friggin' ledge and went flying into tables. Mind you, there's concrete right there too, but it's a pretty cool sort of look. But after that, and then
all right, well, hold on. Okay, so going back to the Birthright,
right?
What is up with this Finley kid? This is probably the first time you've seen him, right?
Yes.
This kid with the stupid ponytail. Come on, you got to give me your impression here.
Who's that? Is that a Finley kid?
That's the other Finley brother.
Wow, I don't know who's worse, bro.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, actually, I do. But yeah, no.
I never thought David Finley was anything until I saw his brother.
Jesus Christ, what's up with that, man? Why is Fit having you know what? Can we be serious for a moment? I got to say this. I know we hang shit on David Finley so much, right, over the years, but we got to give him a little bit of flowers right now. He's much better right now. Let's be real, right? I mean, he's tolerable. He's sort of tolerable right now compared to what he used to be.
I don't know. That whole dogs thing in AEW is just the drizzling.
Just the dogs. It's stupid, bro. But we'll get to that. But at least he's trying, man. He's trying. But this other Finley kid, who is this kid, man? Come on. The Birthright. He's going to go nowhere.
Such a disappointment.
Does he have any more sons other than them two? Or
I hope not.
Who's his wife, by the way? Is she Irish?
I don't know, but I'm going to blame her for this.
Yeah. 100%. But yeah. I didn't even realize I was fifth kid, man. So, Jesus Christ.
Makes
You wouldn't have
sense.
known it. I wouldn't have known it.
Okay. Well,
But at least
so then,
he's somewhat all right.
so after the beating that Dark State gave OTM, are we now at Paxum and Thea?
Just let me confirm that for you. Well, we see Stoney's with Jayne and wants to face Tony next week, as obviously Stoney says he cannot do that because Ricky is facing Tony instead, but he's going to intervene one way or the other. And then, yes, we see Tatum, Paxley, Thea, Hale, Kalani Jordan, and Jada Parker all basically bitching in the back.
Yeah. Well, Thea believes in Dark Paxum. She
does. And she kind of does a lot about, toxic fans, as we saw her complaining about, and starts crying on the X.
Yeah, we did see that. And
ridiculous.
I was disappointed. I was disappointed in you, Thea, for selling it. Don't sell it.
And she cried. Like, what the hell, bro?
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad that her feelings are hurt, but just keep that shit to yourself. That's all. Cry alone, quietly. Don't go on. Don't hit go live.
Jesus Christ, man, you're brutal, man. Come on.
I say this because I care.
But crying alone?
I feel like, well, okay, you could cry with a friend. It doesn't really matter who you cry with. I'm just saying, I mean alone as in not to an audience of thousands.
Right. I know, I get you, man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, Dark Paxum was right there. You could have cried with her,
True, she's always crying.
What's up, Quick Run In Jones?
Hey.
It's Todd Brantley pops in.
Yeah. The Comic King. Or Izzi.
Yeah. So there's after that we get a little dissent in the influence. They're not all happy with each other, even though Reptilian Britt Baker at least retained her title, so she's happy, but the other two are like a little bit. The other two are getting a little fed up. Well, Fallon's getting a little fed up. Lainey is too new to have an opinion, so she tries to just be like the peacemaker in the middle. But that's kind of a storyline, but I really struggle to see if you could spin a babyface out of this hateable group of women. Who the hell would you even... Don't tell me Jacy. Don't you tell me that.
Well, you know what? She's probably got... Look, the other two chicks, they look very similar sort of thing. And there's not much to like other than their looks, I guess. But I think, I mean, I hate to say it, but Reptilian might be the best one for that. I could see you having a babyface run, bro.
Gross.
You know it, bro.
Woo woo woo.
Yeah, where is he?
Remember him? He used to be on SmackDown.
Oh boy.
So Robert Stone sets up a gauntlet match for Miles's
North
American title, #1 contendership. And then the Birthright comes in and they're like, hey, we should be in that gauntlet match.
I mean, geez, they're everywhere, bro. The Birthright's all over the place.
They're everywhere.
Literally.
It's like a litter of animals just born. just puppies and kittens everywhere. Just get, let's give some of these away in front of a grocery store or something.
Oof. On the cheap or for free?
Free.
Oh.
I wouldn't pay for. Would you pay for Finley's kid? Hell no.
Hell no. God damn.
WWE they need to write all this shit off on their taxes.
They probably will eventually.
So, good news. Sexy Red's going to be back at Stand and Deliver.
Why though, man? Why? What's up with her and always being on NXT, dude? Like, what's up with that?
I guess Shawn Michaels is a big fan.
Yeah, nah. And she's got blue hair now. They showed her with blue hair. So does that make her sexy blue?
Maybe.
I can't stand her, man. All right. But whatever. Maybe she'll become a pro wrestler. It seems like it. Who knows?
Yeah, why not? Or an apartment wrestler. The main event is Izzi Dame versus Dark Paxum in a steel cage.
Paxley, steel cage.
That's right. As opposed to Hall of Fame.
had to.
As opposed to a wooden cage, like, or a bamboo thing, like a Punjabi prison, you know?
Fun fact about that. Did you know that that was actually steel and not bamboo? Some of it was bamboo.
Dang.
But the main structure was steel. Yeah.
They worked us again.
It worked us again, man. That's a fact. So yeah. It wasn't
Well, they
even
didn't want to,
bamboo.
they didn't want to, they want to take the chance that Batista climbing up the thing would break it.
Oh my God. Imagine that. The only thing that was bamboo was like, you know how they had sort of sticks sort of along the side of it? That's the only thing that was real.
Oh, all right then.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, so this is a steel cage match. Now I'm going to tell you.
Right.
I'm going to tell you what happened.
Go for it.
I was at work. It was lunchtime. I had my phone.
Right.
I had the match. I was sitting in a chair.
And you fell asleep.
I started to nod off. It was the opposite of the power of the phone. I was using the phone to watch the match. So I couldn't be distracted by the power of the phone, but instead the phone sapped the power from me. So I nodded off with the phone in my lap. And I heard the match. I was in a fugue state.
Okay.
I heard it.
Yeah. Right.
I understand that they had a match,
Oh,
but I
shit.
couldn't tell you what happened in it. I do believe Dark Paxum won the match.
She did.
I know that much. And I know what happened after. I saw that part because I was awake again.
Right.
But I just happened to be very drowsy during the main portion of the match. So what did you think of it?
Well, all that went through my mind was
Dark Monroe.
Okay,
at the
so
end of the match.
we're just skipping straight to the end. All right. So yeah.
Oh no. Oh, look, honestly, this match, I didn't like it, man, at all. Like it just didn't. You're talking about the power of the phone. The power of the phone was hitting me too at this point, and I was listening to it. I just don't want to see these two women in the cage, bro. Like it just doesn't. I get it because the storyline and the history between all of them, and they're all all together and whatnot. But like, are we still doing this thing? Hasn't this been going on for months now at this point?
Yes, but
The last time I watched NXT,
we needed to go on for one more match, this cage match. Hopefully that's it.
Thank God we move on because
Dark Monroe.
comes out of a trapdoor and gets Tatum into the depths of wherever this trapdoor.
I'm surprised Big Joseph didn't say she just dragged Paxum tightly to hell.
She should have, because it was in the depths of something down there as she parades herself with the women's what is it, the women's North American Championship,
North American title,
right? And I guess we're gonna have Miss Monroe. Not mind you, she looked like she was, as you see her parading, it looks like she's wearing pretty much nothing, mind you. I'm talking about Blake Monroe, which is, I'm not complaining, but this match, man, I couldn't. This thing has been going on for too long. Since the last time I watched NXT, this was still going on. So I'm surprised that this, I guess, was the blow-off match, because going by what happened at the end, I don't think we're going to see them two, or, at all interacting now that she's going to move on. And I'm talking about Tatum, moving on to Blake Monroe. But I didn't like this match at all. I just couldn't get into it.
Well, that makes two of us, I guess.
Yeah, well, you fell asleep. But for me, I started getting distracted, basically. Like, and it was the only match that really did that to me. Even though I didn't enjoy most of the matches, I just don't like how everything is the same. Everything feels the same. Like nothing's different in any match for me, other than the stipulation. But the whole structure of all the matches feel the same, and I don't understand why they would actually do that type of way. Like, why? What's that going to teach him?
I don't know, but that's a really good
Am I
question.
wrong?
No, I don't
wrong?
think so.
Okay.
No, I think everything in NXT is designed for they see in their mind. I believe that they think it's that for a younger audience, they think NXT is for a younger audience. So they think that because a younger audience has a shorter attention span, they got to have a lot more like fast-paced stuff, or even there's always got to be something. We got to go from backstage thing to this thing to match to the match has to be quick, and then we break up entrances with we have an entrance, and then we have a backstage thing, and then another entrance, and like they just they book it for ADD.
Yeah,
but I don't really think any young people are watching this shit either. That I feel like when they went to the CW, that's when it became a women's promotion, because they probably have demographic charts telling them that most of the people that watch CW is like females.
So,
but but that's not gonna. And let me tell you something, bro.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, brother. All the women I know that like wrestling, they don't watch it for the women. I'll tell you that right here and now. So they probably want to see some dudes, which I guess there's some, but I don't think that overly pushing the women on NXT more than 50-50.
50-50, definitely.
Yeah, going anywhere over 50-50, I don't think you're doing I don't think any female viewers are getting excited about that. I don't even know if any of them are watching it. So
yeah,
to me it's just like it's their guess, like they're estimating what their audience is and what their audience wants. So I think because they think they have a young female audience that they have to keep everything moving at a fast pace before somebody gets bored, but they don't realize that sometimes it's not the speed of something that makes it boring. It's the fact that it's the same thing over and over again that makes it boring.
Yeah,
the constant repetition is way more boring than taking your time with something. Because if you take your time with something, people get interested to see where it goes. And as long as it goes somewhere, they don't mind sitting to wait. Like they'll sit through it. They'll sit through if you pay something off, they'll sit through a long setup.
Absolutely.
If you just hot shot everything and go action, 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 and then you just quickly go off. Like they do this all the time where they will, and I make a joke about it when I do the show with Ray. I say like, they'll do a thing where they'll start somebody like fighting, like in the ring or backstage. They'll have a brawl, like a backstage brawl or an in the ring brawl or a pull apart or something. And then the pull apart goes, and then they just cut away from it. They'll start a pull apart in the ring, and then they'll cut to backstage with like somebody doing an interview. Like, I mean, do you not care that there's a brawl going on out there? Why'd you even do it then? Why do you book a brawl if you didn't think we wanted to see it?
Right.
So you start desensitizing people to that kind of stuff, and then they start to think subconsciously, none of this matters because you're telling me it doesn't matter because you're cutting away from it. Oh, you all got in a fight in the ring? Well, I guess it doesn't matter because here's so-and-so backstage with Sarah Schreiber. Like,
it's whack. It's ADD, like you said, man. It's weird. It's weird booking. It reminds me actually of Vince Russo's sort of esque style booking, but except just not done properly. At least Vince knows what he's doing in terms of he understands his structure, literally. Whereas WWE and whoever's doing this, I guess Shawn Michaels, it's just whack job. It's like literally, like you said, ADD. I used to call AEW bipolar booking. This is kind of similar, but just I don't know. It's just I want to see if you're gonna do that, do it properly, man. That's all.
I don't think they know what proper is. I think they think they're doing it properly.
Yeah, I just it hasn't changed at all since Shawn has taken over. At least with Triple H, he actually knew what he was doing in terms of structuring the show. which was the glory days, of course, of NXT. But Sean just, I don't know, man. I just feel like he's a little overrated when it comes to like booking shit. I just don't like it, man, one bit.
I don't even know who's rating him well. I mean,
Yeah.
But
Apparently,
regardless, that's what we get. We get a bunch of the same kind of stuff with slightly different wrestlers.
slightly different wrestlers. Well, if this is how it is week in, week out for you, Vet, god damn. And I know it is because every time I watch it, it hasn't changed at all. So it is what it is, yeah. And I don't know how you do it, man. You put up with TNA, you put up with NXT. But I dare say,
how did I get to this level of suffering?
You should be on the. You should be better than that, like better shows than that, man. Let's be honest. But in saying that, can I ask you this question before we go off the air? Is TNA a better watched for you than NXT is? Even though it doesn't seem like it, just by going by the way you are on the Impact Attack compared to the way you are here on the next level, you seem happier on the next level talking about it. So I'm assuming that you prefer watching NXT, right? Of course.
Yes. TNA is the worst wrestling program out there today.
Really?
I can say that confidently, having not even watched every wrestling program. Like I said, I don't watch NWA on a regular basis. I don't watch MLW on a regular basis. I don't watch JCW on a regular basis. I don't watch AAA on a regular basis. I don't watch CML. Nobody does. It's just, I don't watch all that stuff, but I know that all of that stuff is better than TNA. I don't need to watch it. I just know because nothing can be worse than TNA.
Wow. Total nonstop ass, I guess. And I'm not talking about the good
Tell
one.
me a worse wrestling show than TNA.
Hey, I've every time I try to watch a full episode of TNA, I got to admit, I don't know if I even get through it.
But the craziest part about that is the ratings are going up.
Really?
So this past week they had 259,000 viewers, which is the highest amount of viewers they've had since moving to AMC, and they've never gone down. They just had one week where they stayed the same, but then every week was going up, and it continues to get up. Now, I'm not going to say that every show gets worse and worse, but I will say that the shows where they're going up, I feel, are some of the worst shows I've ever watched.
That's funny. That's weird too. I mean, that sucks. Bummer brings up an interesting point. He says, I think Shawn Michaels just like musicians. Once they find God or get sober, the quality of creativity goes out the window. I know what you're saying, actually. And a lot of musicians especially say if they're not high, they just can't fucking, they just can't find that creativity. I know it's odd, but
but that would mean that's the thing. We can't know that for sure because Shawn Michaels wasn't really booking when he was all fucked up on drugs. I mean, you could say that the Clique was booking the territory in the car and, telling Vince all their ideas and shit like that, but he wasn't actually in charge of running it.
No.
So, like, I don't know, but he could be teaching them better stuff to do in the ring, but that's not his job anymore. He's got a bunch of performance center coaches to do that. I don't know if he's really doing that, but he could be giving them little bits of advice. I don't know what the problem is, but I can tell you that I'm pretty sure that NXT, just like WWE, brings in people that couldn't get a job on sitcoms or dramas and bring them in as writers too.
Just rejects.
Pretty well. I mean, nobody goes to college, gets a degree, and wants to be a writer so that they can be on wrestling. Nobody. They want to be on a Hollywood. They want to write movies. They want to write screenplays. They want to write TV shows and stuff like that. They want to work on those shows. That's what they want to do. And then they end up in wrestling because it's hard out here and you need to get a job some way. And maybe they feel like a WWE could be a foot in the door. Yeah, and WWE's always asking for writers.
Right. But you know what? Then why they should be just using wrestling people, bro. I don't understand why they wouldn't, but for whatever reason, they do. They mix it up. But like,
but you're mixing it now. Now you got
Exactly,
wrestling
that's the
people
issue.
trying to tell people that are educated how to write.
and that's not going to fly well to the writers, the ones that do come from the other side, from the Hollywood sort of aspect of things. But I don't know, man. They need to fix all that crap out. And before we do go, I forgot to ask. What's
They
that?
needed to fix it for 30 years.
Yeah. Well, it's WWE.
I don't
What the
think they're
world
going to
is
get
like.
around to fixing it anytime soon, but
No, unfortunately not. But I wanted to ask you before we do go, because we are here. But what do you think of the opening of Monday Night Raw? If you saw it,
you're talking
that
about
is.
this with Paul Heyman coming out and
with
saying
Jamie, Lesnar,
saying-
and Seth Rollins.
F, saying
Oh, yeah,
F,
yeah.
saying the letter F.
Fuck around and find out. Basically, is what he was saying, just with the abbreviation, obviously.
Yeah, but he was also just saying, like, even before that, he said, F with me.
Oh yeah,
You
that's
know,
true.
I don't know. That was
He
corny.
shriveled.
Seth Rollins is corny.
Oh, dude, the foot soldiers are corny as fuck. Let's be honest.
Yes,
They're
the
putting
Foot
electric boogaloo
Clan,
and shit.
the Foot Clan is corny. Brock Lesnar just coming out and suplexing people at this point is corny.
Dude, he killed one guy though on the steps, man. I wonder if he's all right. That was bad. But yeah, I
all-
see where you're coming from.
He's not going to be able to make it to practice at Seth Rollins' school.
No way. No fucking way. But those foot soldier shit is just making Rollins look cornier, even though he's already corny.
Right. And then,
Yeah, go continue.
so then all that, and then Obafemi comes out for no reason. Power bombs Brock Lesnar, no problem. Puts a foot on his chest. And now we're supposed to get excited about the WrestleMania match, even though it looks like we have a winner. I don't think we need the match anymore.
And that's what we're saying. Me and Rick were saying the exact same thing. Like, there's your payoff right there. Like,
Yeah,
they
because he was live. Because he was live with me when I said it on the Raw watch
Oh,
along.
did you? Okay, I didn't realize that. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I buried it on the Raw watch along, and it's not enough to just get what you want. Oh yeah, you want to see Oba and Brock Lesnar, but it's too soon for all that. Now maybe it's not too soon if you think about like, well, Brock Lesnar's not going to be around forever,
Right.
but Oba just got here, and if you give him this, where he's gonna, they're not gonna push Oba to the top right now. They might do it eventually, but they're not going to do it right now. So if you just have him beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, say, because if Brock Lesnar beats him, then what was the point?
No.
So
I think
if he beats Brock Lesnar, then he's got to tread water while everybody else messes around with the top titles.
right.
That's not including him.
Right. That's true. That's just
So they're either going to put the belt right on him, and then he's got nowhere to go but down, and then in like 2 years he'll be having matches for the United States Championship.
Oh God, no.
And then he'll do an open challenge. Like they're going to burn through whatever little bit of creative thoughts they have for Obafemi immediately. That's my fear.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. But I will say this: take all that shit aside, like your a la carte thing, like you always say, Vet. It was a pretty sick start to Raw. I'll say that. Like, just the whole spectacle of it was awesome. But when you really break it down, though, like as you just said, yeah, they already shot their load. And I don't know if you noticed this, but did you notice Lesnar as he was selling the power bomb? He was, he was sort of kicking up like selling, but he kicked up again the second time to tell Oba, put your foot on my chest. So it was actually Brock's idea for him to do that, not Oba just doing that for the hell of it. Brock was actually telling
there's
him.
a reason why Brock Lesnar isn't on the creative team. Don't have ideas. Who told you to have ideas? Whoever's idea this was is a moron. Let's just face it. But at the same time, I can understand that this is what I said when you go into panic mode
Tickets,
and you
bro.
try to hotshot everything. And and hotshotting only begets more hotshotting.
Yep.
Because what are you supposed to do? There's once you can't take your foot off the gas now. It's too late. You have to go. But it feels desperate, and it feels like a reaction to fan complaints. It feels like a reaction to dirt sheets writing, "Oh, there's only these much ticket sales for WrestleMania. We're lower than last year, guys." Like, it feels like everything is reactionary and panicky and desperate. Yeah.
Yeah,
and then they all, but then even in their desperate panic, they're still doing dumb shit like Seth Rollins' human shell game.
That's so fucking fucked, bro. That's so ugh. And even when when the three of them were in the ring together, right? When Brock looked at Seth while Oba was standing right there, he just goes like that to Rollins, and he runs away, bro. Which made him look even more of a freaking pansy. Which is just ugh. So
right now, you've also, like, on top of everything else, you wanted to go full. Okay, we're giving Seth Rollins a full heel push and a full crew of guys to go with the vision and everything, and we're going to do this thing, and then that doesn't work because people are getting hurt.
Right.
So now you have almost no choice but to bring Seth Rollins back. Oh, I mean, you did have a choice. You could have done everything differently, but the way they're going to do it, he just has to be you had a guy that was set to be a heel for probably several years, and then now he has to be a babyface again, and everybody knows nobody wants to see Seth Rollins as a babyface. It's just terrible. Let's not just relive Raw, okay? You already do this week in WWE. And Jimmy, what else? What other shows do you do here on the
as a matter of
media
fact,
group as we go home?
Before I do talk about that, Bubba does say it's a good thing Oba isn't world champ. He'd definitely be losing to Lesnar.
That's right. Every black champion was defeated by Brock Lesnar.
Wow, that's interesting. But yeah, let's take it home though anyway. Because you're right, I do other shows other than this week in WWE, which you can check out right here on Honey Media YouTube channel still. And it'll be on the Patreon, I assume. But also check out, of course, Sunday mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern. Here's the best in the world right here for the
Wreckage.
There you go. I'll just do the professor. 11 a.m. Eastern every Sunday mornings, of course. Check that out. And also, like I said, this week in WWE and Insanity with myself and Whooper Brandon, where we talk JCW. I know that you've been wondering how I've been watching that. But hey, it's not bad. Not bad. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. It's not bad, Vet. It's not bad. I don't.
It's better than TNA. 100% better than TNA. Guaranteed.
Really? You think that?
1,000% guaranteed.
You've watched the show to actually say that?
I've watched enough of it to know that it's better than TNA.
Well, then there we go. So yeah, watch that Saturday nights, if there's no PLE, that is. So we do it 8 p.m. Eastern Saturday nights, and if there is a PLE, then we do it Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. So check that out with myself and Whooper Brandon, where we talk all things gigolo, as Big Video likes to say, championship wrestling, lunacy review show, and shout outs to Jeff Lane. I almost feel like, he's always there, bro. It's like he's keeping an eye on what we say, man. And it gets me on my toes a little bit. So, Jeff, if you're listening, please, take it easy.
I guess I better not ever do a guest spot.
Oh, I'm telling you, bro. We said as a joke, like on the show, is he here? Where's Jeff? Like, because he's on every show. And he popped up, say his name when he appears, man. He goes, okay, now back to like just being a creep, basically creeping around. So he's always listening, man. But yeah, shout out to Jeff, man. You're the man, dude. But anyway, saying that, Vet, what are you up to before we go? Are you going to be on the Twitch right after this?
No, sir.
No?
I am going to relax and maybe turn in early.
I don't blame you.
But that's not what I do on Mondays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, when Brandon and I do review the Impact Attack and talk about the worst wrestling promotion in the world, TNA.
Wow.
You're also going to want to check out, of course, you're going to want to check out Wrestling with Rick Rogers.
Yes.
Every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, concrete time. Jimmy, you know who the guest is this week?
Who?
The former world's strongest man, Ken Patera.
Oh, yes, I did know that. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Ken Patera. Does he talk about his McDonald's story?
He probably won't, but who knows? The fans in the Wrestling with Rick Rogers chat sometimes have no chill, so they just might bring it up. And they might pay money to do it with a super chat. So check that out. And of course, Mike Mondo was on last week's episode, so you want to check that one out too if you missed it. Check out Stevie Richards' show. That's a good show to check out. Also dropping every Thursday. So, boy, Stevie had some rough times trying to play 2K26. I wonder if that's going to come into play at any point in this episode of the Stevie Richards Show coming up. So we'll see about that. And then, of course, Limpin' Ain't Easy with Timmy Baltimore. You don't want to check out the brand new episode that just dropped on Sunday right after we did The Wreckage. It's available now on YouTube, so go there, like and subscribe and notification bell, and that should take care of everything, Jimmy.
We're done. And just to celebrate Rick the Model Montel's birthday, as you can hear in the background, I'm playing his song as the outro. So in saying that, I am Jimmy T. He is the best in the world, the vet Jamie Williams, and you've been listening and watching the Next Level, your NXT wrestling review show right here on Hamid Media Group's YouTube channel and on the Patreon after the fact. Till next time.
Jimmy, before you close it out, don't forget one more thing to promote. Are you gonna get a good old fashioned tushy kicking this Friday on my Twitch channel?
I was gonna talk about that off the air, but you know what? We'll see about that because I'm
putting you on the spot live.
I'm looking forward to it, actually. As a matter of fact, what time are we going live on that, actually, Vet?
I would say probably something like 11:30 a.m. Eastern would be a good time for me.
Perfect. Whatever works for you, obviously, man. I'll be around. So, yeah, look out for that on the Vet's Twitch at Opinion Haver, of course. Everything is Opinion Haver. And watch, maybe, I don't know, maybe the Vet kick my butt at Street Fighter 2. Well, whatever edition. We're playing Hyper Edition, new challenges, whatever it is, it's going to be Street Fighter 2. Or maybe, just maybe, I'll bet his ass. But we'll see. So tune in then at 11:30 a.m. You said Eastern,
ish,
around there. You'll see. He goes live. I'm sure all you guys know where he's at. So yeah, check it out. It's on. I can't wait, Vet. I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, in saying that, peace out. Thank you to everyone that's joined us. Until next time, we're out. See yous.